forum here. Hello, everybody. We're going to show you how to turn Facebook ads into closed funded mortgage deals from, drum roll, not leads, from referrals. Because I'll tell you a little story. We just got finished a test. We generated over 400 real estate leads. We came up with this brand new offer, shiny widget, gave it out to people in the real estate community and said, hey, use this brand new AI home search tool, and it will search all of the available listings for you, bring you back a custom list of homes that match your search in your marketplace, and even update you when new homes hit the MLS. We used Google Ads to generate the leads in New York district. So we were actually focused in like the Bronx in one test. We did another test down in Florida, and then we did another test in another state, and then we had another test going in Canada, I think. No, it was just the three, two in the US and one in Canada. And we were in two of the markets sub $5 a lead. So for every person that filled out their information, it was less than $5 to generate that lead. Can you guess how many applications we took from the leads that we generated? 0. 400 leads, 0 mortgage applications. Tough market out there, but that's actually online lead gen. Because if you've been on enough of these calls, you know it takes an average of 4 months from the time that an online lead starts filling out forms to the time that they're actually ready to actually submit a mortgage application, go through with the process, and actually become a client and a customer. So many of you, if you're watching the recording to this or you're on this presentation, you might be thinking, hey, I want to generate a bunch of leads so that I can close a bunch of deals. Come to find out, the majority of deals that are processed come from referrals. So it is a much better use of our advertising dollars and our intellectual capital of how to run ads to retarget past customers to generate referrals. And my favorite strategy is to target lists of qualified real estate agents to get your brand in front of those qualified real estate agents so that they learn to know you, like you, trust you, and then eventually do deals with you in the future. Because when you get your list of qualified agents in the Loan Officer CRM, we want omni-channel marketing going out to those people. And all that means, all omni-channel means, is that we're putting our brand in front of them in as many places as possible. And the actual, based on Google, Google's actual recommendation is that we are seen in at least 4 places. So we want to be in their email, we want to be calling them, we want to be texting them, and we want them to see our ads on social media. And if you're your standard mortgage lender, that means Facebook and Instagram. If you're super advanced, you can start retargeting on YouTube and some of the other channels. But it is impressive enough for you to just be on Meta, which is Facebook and Instagram, and we're showing those people content. That's what it's all about. It's about getting in front of them with value. The two things that we need to convert past customers and that we need to convert qualified real estate agents is offers and value. If you put those two things together over a long enough period of time, you're going to get the opportunity to work deals, knowing that the first round of deals that they're going to give you probably aren't going to be the best deals, right? Well, actually, we talked about that on Breakfast Club this morning with Frank and Carl and some of the other examples that we had. Like, they're just going to send you the hard to do deals. But that is the opportunity to win the business through communication and just saying, hey, you sent me this lead. They're not going to qualify. They need credit repair. They need XYZ. I've put them in my credit repair product, or I've put them in my process. I'm following up. We're going to get them as a deal. Why don't we work on something that's a little bit more substantial? Let's call your database. Let's work your database, whatever it is. But you don't get those opportunities unless you're staying in front of them. So today, what I'm going to show you how to do, get a list out of the CRM, take it, put it into Facebook ads, and show retargeting ads to just those people on Facebook. Before we do that, we're going to open it up to just general Q&A. Mark, Adam, Louie, Kristen, Jeff, Steve and Chris, thanks for having your cameras on. To everybody else in the meeting, if you can't tell by now, this is a really informal call. And you can literally unmute your microphone, ask any questions that you have. Like, we're all friends and family here. So, feel free to join us by turning your camera on. But literally, if you have any questions while we're going through anything, just unmute your mic, chime in. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, totally cool. Just hit us up in the chat. The wonderful and talented Alexa is keeping us on track here, and she'll make sure that you get taken care of. So, open call. Are there any general questions about Facebook ads, Google ads, online advertising in general before we hop into the content for today? Because I want to get you as much value as possible. And oftentimes Q&A. My man, Lue.
So when you use Facebook, and I know you mentioned that Google is using Gemini to do their thing, and it uses their own program because you're setting up a Google ad-based ad. Can you ever tie the two together? I know there's two separate companies, but is there a way that, because Google is picking up on social media, so whatever you put on social media, Google, right? So is Google going to pick up the advertisement kind of thing from Facebook?
No.
Okay.
No, so think of it as two totally separate ecosystems. When you're running ads, you're paying to play, you're paying for traffic. And it's like, okay, so for those of you that are newer to online advertising, the first metric that you get is impressions. So when you look at an ads dashboard, you're going to see impressions. All that is the number of people that have seen your advertisements that Facebook's running for you. Then you get clicks. The clicks are the number of people that have seen your ad, your impressions. The people that saw the ad and clicked on it, that's your clicks. You get a ratio called a click-through rate. How many people saw it? How many people clicked on it? You want to have at least a 1% CTR or click-through rate. Like the bare minimum is 1%. And Lue, that's you paying to play. It's like, I'm going to pay to run my ads on this network. I'm going to get at least 1% of the people that click on the ad. Those are people that are going and seeing your offer or interacting with your content, reaching out, sending you a direct message, whatever it is. But at least 1% of the people that see your advertisement or your content, you want reaching out to you as a result of that. How you're actually billed on the advertising networks is cost per click. So every time somebody clicks on your advertisement, that's technically what you're charged for. The higher your click-through rate, the lower your cost per click, right? So the better you're buying your traffic from. And then once you've got clicks, then you have actual conversions. So if people have clicked on your ad and went to an opt-in form or a lead generation page or a Facebook lead form, or even just a messenger conversation. If they send the messenger message, or they opt into the Facebook lead form, or they fill out the form, first name, last name, email address, and click submit, that's a lead. So you get clicks, and a certain percentage of the clicks will actually become leads. Your goal is to get at least 20% of the people that click to actually become a lead. So 1% of the people that see your ads should click on your ads. And at least 20% of the people that click your advertisement should become a lead. And those are the fundamentals of what you're looking for inside your advertising account. Did that make sense? Awesome. Okay, cool.
Chris, I don't know if this is a appropriate question for where we are, but I did, a Facebook audience campaign, and I did two of them, and one is delivering, and the other one simply isn't, and I don't know why.
Got it. Okay. So are you getting any type of errors inside the actual account itself? Like when you go to Facebook, like ads.facebook.com, are you getting any error messages inside the campaign?
No, I didn't. That's why I'm so perplexed as to like, okay, you tell me you're active, you tell me you're going through, but there's absolutely no impressions, obviously no ad spend. Okay, well, that's great, but we're not accomplishing our goal. We're just doing nothing.
Is it are you focused on a custom audience inside that ad campaign?
On both of them, yes. I have one where I did a custom audience and it's delivering.
Okay.
And that one, I think I did a through play on that. And
Okay.
then the other one, I did a reach campaign
Okay.
and it's reaching no one.
Got it. Okay. What I would do is I would go into the ad campaign. So here, I'm just going to show you my advertising account in the background here. Can you see this account that I've got pulled up?
Yeah. And I have mine up on the other screen.
Okay. So see in this actions category,
Yep.
and we've got all these errors.
Yep.
It's like halfway through last month, Facebook decided to just throw errors at every single, at least for us, every single campaign that we were running has been running for a pretty significant amount of time with no errors. And then all of a sudden on one day, they fired ad errors at every single campaign that we have running with them. Now they're still running, but these are like recommendations. So for sure, they've gone through and done some type of algorithm update or some type of like, hey, let's just get AI to go through and like quality check and quality control all these.
So I don't have any errors showing on mine.
Okay. Now that's at the campaign level, right?
Yep. Right.
Click on the campaign itself. And then
Okay.
you might see an ad error at the ad set level.
Nope.
And then if you click on the ad set, you might see an ad error here where it's rejected all the ads inside your ad campaign.
Okay. And yeah, I'm not seeing that.
Okay, perfect. That's great news. So that's good. So all you need to do is go in here, turn your campaign off, turn it back on again, and then wait. I know that sounds super, super weird, like turn it off and turn it back on again, like it's a light bulb or something, but it works. Oddly enough, like 9 times out of 10, when we have a campaign that just like won't serve ad impressions, turn it off, wait for a day, turn it back on again. It goes back through the approval process with Facebook. They'll turn it back on. And typically within 3 days, you're then seeing ad impressions and it starts working again.
Okay. So you're saying I should turn it off and wait a day.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So turn it off now.
Okay.
Come back in tomorrow. Turn it back on. You should be good to go.
Awesome. Thank you.
Sweet. My pleasure. Great question.
If that doesn't work, is there anybody I can reach out to?
Yeah. So we've got so we have a couple of members on the team, and if you pop into the Zoom room and request help, or you send an email into the team, they'll send it to me, and we're happy to take a look at the account for you. But like 9 times out of 10, that'll do it.
Okay.
So yeah, we're happy to help you with it.
All right. Because I had asked several weeks ago and they referred me to this class today. So
Cool.
it's been 2 or 3 weeks and I've been kind of like, okay, nobody will help me. You got to show up on July 7th. Okay. So here I am. So we'll try that, but I'm hoping not to have to wait until August.
Yep. Well, you're front of the line on the first call, and I'm sorry it's not a more technical. Turn it. If you had
Sure.
any types of error messages inside the campaign, we'd dive into it. But because you don't, 9 times out of 10, turn it off, turn it back on. If not, shoot a message to Alexa. We got you.
Okay. Thank you.
Awesome. All right. Open call. Any other
Oh
questions?
yeah, I have a quick question or comment. I struggle with like the actual messaging for these campaigns. Like the content. Should I be videoing myself, talking? Should I do more text overlay like video or like what works? I think that's my biggest struggle because I don't feel like a lot of people are watching these or even care. Is there like a good, what's working for other people type of thing?
Yeah, Adam, that's a phenomenal question. So the again, these sound like overly simplistic answers. So I have to preface it with a little bit. And like Carl says, like sometimes you got to take your humble hat off and just speak how it is.
Yeah.
So I've administered at this point over $4 million in online ads between like us, companies that we manage their budgets for, the whole process across. And everybody's looking for a formula of like what works, how do I get like the perfect formula for like my video ad and all of this sort of thing. And I've been in masterminds with some of the best media buyers in the world. You know, Frank Kern, Alex Harmozy, like I paid to be a masterminds with these guys. They will give you the exact formula. You watch 10 people implement it and get 10 totally different results.
Right.
What I've learned from that is that the content style and type that resonates with you is the one that's most likely going to resonate with the audience that you're looking to attract. And you've seen that in my videos and my content in the last year and a half. It's like I ditched the collared shirt. I shoot videos in my backyard. My kids are in a bunch of them, just like popping into the background, because when I have something that I feel is of value to loan officers, I don't care what I look like. I don't care where I am. I'll just turn on the camera and I'll fire it as best as I can, knowing that the volume of content over time is a lot more important than getting like one perfect creative out and getting ads behind it, because even your ads are going to burn out after 30 days. So it's about exercising the muscle of creating the content that you enjoy creating so that you can do it for long enough to be successful with it.
I think for me, like I'm just doing like a walk and talk now, like very just nitty gritty, more like an Instagram stop, pause, like hook talk type of thing. Starting to do it that way, and I think that's probably what's going to work for me. And I just wanted to get your take on it. And on a side note, I've got my first Chat GPT lead over the weekend.
Ah, yes, my man.
Really excited about that. And so I work a lot on like the whole Google and all that kind of stuff. So,
and what's the quality of the lead like?
good. $1.8 million self-employed, probably will be very well qualified. I mean, couldn't be any better from like what I can tell so far.
That's amazing. And you've been using ChatGPT to help create the content and answer the questions and stuff?
ChatGPT to create Google content, Google blogs, Google everything. And then, yeah, all my social media stuff and like really spending like an hour a day, basically doing 4 days a week. Yeah.
Fantastic. My man. Congratulations. That's absolutely amazing.
I know. I was so excited about that.
So I don't want to get too far down a rabbit hole because this is about Facebook ads and we're going to get into the ads interface, but talk to the team about a press release. It's like,
I'm in Google jail right now. Like, so I got to get out of Google jail and then I'm going to do the $500 press release that you recommended through one of your other, I'm going to do it.
Perfect.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Awesome. Be careful though, because if you don't write the press release properly, they'll take your $500 and reject your press release.
Good to know. Thank you.
So worthwhile. Yeah. Ryan if you're in Google jail, Ryan on our team is like the locksmith. So
good. Okay. Thank you. Who is it? Ryan or Brian?
Ryan, Ryan, and Matt. Ryan and Matt are like our ninja duo. They run the SEO department and help manage all of the rest of the team that helps deploy that internally. So definitely setting up a consultation with, somebody on the team to get you the details on that. Even if you're on the program for like 60 days, it's just like that first little rocket boost out of the chute. If you're already getting these types of results, the wider you can get that, the faster. My perspective on it is the people that act on ChatGPT now are going to lock it in for probably years of those recommendations from the AI, like it was with Google. It was like those first 3 loan officers that really dialed in on local Google and got that 3-pack. It was really hard to bump those people out once they were solidified. I think that's going to happen again on ChatGPT, and now's the time to get in. So.
Okay, I don't want to take too much time, but I can just set up a consultation and maybe just at least have a conversation with them and see where. Okay, perfect.
Loanofficerbrand.com. If you go to loanofficerbrand.com, opt in. The thank you page has a calendar on it. That's specific for the ranking on Google consultation with the team. So you'll be talking to somebody on the team specifically about ranking on AI. So if you go to loanofficerbrand.com, opt in, that'll get you there.
Sweet. Thank you. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. And man, congratulations. Close that deal and enjoy that paycheck. Awesome. Okay. Everybody with me? Final call, open call for Q&A on online ads. If not, we'll rip. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen here, and just very quickly, I'm going to take you into the Loan Officer CRM. You can see down here on the left-hand side, we have a tool inside the CRM called Qualified Agent Lists. This tool allows you to pull in all of the qualified agents in your local marketplace. And we're just going to log in here. Alexa, if that was you I kicked out in the background, my apologies.
Still here.
Awesome. Right on. No, I meant on the qualified agent list.
Oh,
Not
that's
on the,
fine.
not on the
All
So,
forgiven.
I'm going to run through this really quick. So let's give a location. So my man Mark so patiently waited for this call, and I appreciate you being here. Mark, where are you located? What's your target market? If you were to go get a qualified agent, where would you want them to be from?
I'm in good old Sacramento County
Oh, nice. Okay, so Sacramento.
Metro.
All right. So
That's, yeah, California.
So let's go to a location, Sacramento, California.
Yeah, it's with an A instead of an E on the second.
Thank you. Sacramento, California.
There you go.
There we go. We'll get rid of this. And we just went through a huge update with the tool that we're using to provide all this information, and have greatly increased the quality of the data that comes back in the exports. So there's a lot more cell phones, there's a lot more actual direct contact information on these contacts. So if we go into Sacramento and then we want to add a filter here, and we want to do a filter by volume, unit count. So 8 greater than 8. So I'm now pulling in all of the agents within 10 miles of Sacramento that have sold more than 8 units in the last 14 months. And we've got 674 qualified agents in your marketplace, sorted by volume. So Pam Atwall, is that a recognizable name? Yeah.
Yes.
All right, sweet, awesome. So what we do is obviously, it's my recommendation that you go through and you actually look at all of these agents, like literally go through the names and be like, not that one, not that one. I know that one, not that one. Like you take out the ones that you've already got experience with and make sure that this is a list that's customized to you. And then down here at the bottom, you can select more, you can go all the way down, scroll through the list to get the full range of agents as you go through. And then up here at the top, you select this little thing here, and you can export up to 1,000 agents at any given time. So it'll take a minute, put all 674 in a list, you add them to the pipeline. And what that does is it tracks it inside this tool for you. So you can go and Mark, you're looking at Sacramento right now. You might in 6 weeks say, hey, I want the next county over. And you go and pull the next county over. So you would add a pipeline, but you can break down and see them all by the different pipelines that you've created over time and added them to the CRM. So you add those to a pipeline. It takes a second. And then you go into the pipeline tool inside the software. And I'm just going to stop that because you don't want to watch it take the time, but it takes less than a minute to compile that whole list, put them all together, adds them to a pipeline. And then from the pipeline, all you do is you simply take that pipeline and you import it into the CRM. So you select the contacts, hit the button, and they all go into the CRM. So there's a workflow pre-built that Alexa and the team build. As soon as you click the import button that goes into Connect My Leads, or into the loan officer CRM, sorry, all those contacts show up inside a workflow. Everybody with me so far? Pull up qualified agents.
Is there a little bit of a change? Because I know I worked on this before and we were trying to import them over and I had to go like page by page.
No, so now you can, and we're making updates. I mean, Alexa, every 3 to 4 days, we're making updates on the tool to make it even better for everybody. So now you can just select them all.
And okay, great. That's
and
awesome.
Yeah. So we've got them all selected. Hold on here. And you can export right here up in the top right-hand corner. And you can also, whoops, there we go. You go down to the bottom and hit add to loan officer CRM, and that moves them over to the loan officer CRM. So everybody's with me so far? Thumbs up. Any questions? Open call for questions. All right, sweet. Now I've clicked on automation over here on the left-hand side on the CRM, and we've got the loan officer launch workflows. And down here, I'm going to go over the database campaigns, past referral partner campaigns, and then go to the qualified real estate partners campaign. So this is a workflow that's a year long, and it gives a different offer to these qualified agents every single month. So you can see it's a ridiculously long campaign because it sends an email a week for a year. And this is where the Facebook integration comes in. Okay. So I've got the list of qualified agents. I've got their first name, last name, email, phone number. As soon as I click that button to import them into the CRM, they're going to be dropped into this workflow. So our onboarding team goes through, reads all of these emails with you. You customize them so that you're using the offers that you like. It's in your tonality, how you like it. But what we're going to do is we're going to add a super ninja step here at the top. So the lead comes in, they get assigned to the power dialer. So when you log into the power dialer to make your power dialer calls, they're all there. All the numbers are preloaded in, assigns them to a user, creates an opportunity, adds them to the power dialer, and then drips 100 a day into the workflow. So you don't get overwhelmed with responses. Right above this drip of 100 a day, I'm going to click this little plus symbol, and I'm going to type in Facebook. And inside here, we've got a brand new step that we can add called Facebook Add to Custom Audience. So I'm going to select that. And ahead of this call, I've gone through, and the team does this on the onboarding. This is one of the steps on your one-on-one onboarding to set up the CRM. We connect this to your Facebook ad account. So you select your Facebook ad account, and then you select the custom audience that says qualified agents. You select the qualified agents, hit save action. It takes a minute to do its ninja stuff. And then right here, these are going to automatically be added to the Facebook advertising audience on Facebook. And these qualified agents are automatically going to start seeing your advertisements that you've written specifically for them. So you never even have to mess with Facebook once it's set up. You set up your audience, you set up your ads, and then you just keep dropping qualified agents into this campaign. If they go into this campaign inside the CRM, you've got a whole other avenue of Facebook ads and Instagram ads that are going to start showing up to those people. And you only ever have to set this thing up once. Just keep adding qualified agents. You get a new qualified agent that you want to have a conversation with, you want a relationship with, just add them to the workflow, right? It starts reaching out, send them an email every single week, automatically adds them to the power dialer, automatically starts sending them ads on Facebook and Instagram. So we started with like Google's recommendation is you need at least 4 channels, right? This is it. Emails, pre-written, ready to go for a year. Power dialer, already ready with all the phone numbers with extra special data now added into the tool that we're using to get the qualified data. And when you call those people and they don't pick up, that campaign has a ringless voicemail in it. So you can hit the button, drop a ringless voicemail to that qualified agent if you don't get a hold of them, and then follow up with a text message, and they're starting to see your advertisements. So it's like a get appointments with qualified agents tool, and everything's all in the workflow ready to go for you. Everybody cool? Does that all make sense? Okay. So what we've done here is we've tried to take all of the work out of the thing that stops most people from getting results with ads, which is like, how do I get the list? Who do I target? How do I get ads in front of these people? Now all we need is to actually get the ads in front of the people. So that's the next step. That's what we're going to do now. So what you do is you go to your Facebook advertising account. So you go to ads.facebook.com, and you're going to get this dashboard that shows up. There's this menu that hides itself, which is a great feature to the engineer at Facebook that decided to take a menu and make it disappear on us. That's great. So you hover your mouse over the left-hand side, and you select audiences. And what this is going to allow you to do is to choose who's going to see your advertisements. So you're going to click on audiences. This is going to take a minute here. And we're going to select create audience up here in the top left-hand corner. There's this little blue button that has a drop down on it. We're going to select create audience, and then we're going to do a custom audience. Now, when it comes to targeting, you're probably going to be tempted by this lookalike audience down here. And I've seen a number of people where they've, paid for consultations for like, hey, Chris, can you help us set these ads up? And a lot of people are using lookalike audiences because it's a great, great feature for many businesses, but not ours. Because what a lookalike audience is you load a bunch of people into Facebook, and then you say, hey, go find the 1% of people on Facebook that are like these people and show my ads to them. So it's highly likely that people that, like if I'm focused on mountain bikers, for example, and I have a list of 1,000 mountain bikers that have bought mountain bike products from me, and I go out and I show ads to the people that are 1% similar to those people, chances are pretty good there's going to be a whole bunch of mountain bikers in there that are buying stuff off the internet, and it's going to do well. For us, we're targeting past customers, and we're targeting qualified agents. And so the things that they're buying in their profiles that they have online are focused on anything but them being a past customer of ours or being a qualified agent. So in retargeting to get referrals, I've never seen lookalike audiences work well. So if you're tempted to dive into this pool, as most people have been, don't mess with it, and it'll save you budget, and it'll keep your campaigns working better if you just do the custom audiences. So we're going to select custom audience, and we are going to select customer list. And this is going to be a custom list of people that we're uploading into Facebook. Now, when we show ads to just this audience, only the people in this audience are going to see the advertisements. So we don't waste budget on unqualified agents or people that are outside of our database. We're literally only advertising to people to send us referrals, which is amazing because it's gone now because I'm sharing my screen, but Adam had a question of like, hey, what's the perfect ad? What's the right ad? Can you give me examples of ads? Well, this allows us to write really good ads and shoot really good videos because we know exactly who we're talking to. We're not trying to, make the perfect hook and just magically get somebody interested in doing a mortgage and coming in as a consumer direct lead. All we're looking to do is to build our brand and make sure that people know us, like us, trust us, and ask for referrals in the advertisements. Hey, hope you enjoyed today's content. Remember, I'm in business because of your referrals. So if you've got a friend, family member, or coworker that's actively looking to buy, sell, or refinance, hit us up in Facebook Messenger, combine us in a conversation. I appreciate your referrals, and that's what gets it done. Thank you for your referrals. I'll see you in the next video. It's like, just provide value, answer questions, give great value, and ask for referrals. That's your format for making these ads work, because now we know who we're advertising to. We're not just in the sea of people on Facebook and Instagram trying to get mortgage leads or deals. we're actually talking to our past customers. Or in my mind, when I shoot ads specific to qualified real estate agents, I'm actually imagining my best referral partner sitting across the table from me. And I'm talking into the camera just like I'm talking to him or her. And it's like this, it totally changes the, I'm a flashy internet marketer person trying to do internet marketing to like, I'm having a conversation with a qualified agent. This is exactly what I would say sitting across the restaurant table, but I'm just doing it in content. And I've got 678 qualified agents that I'm sitting across the table from, not just one. So it allows you to scale your content. And we're going to get into ChatGPT here in just a second to make it so that the text that you're writing or the videos that you're shooting always hit and they stop the scroll, they actually watch your content and they get value from it. So only advertising to past customers or qualified agents. And those are our customer lists. So you select create audience, customer list, you hit next, and it's going to ask you to prepare your list. Just know that you need an Excel sheet, .csv, with first name, last name, email, and phone number. Again, if you're using the Loan Officer CRM, you don't have to do any of this because the data is automatically moved into the audience once you create it. You hit next. It says add list. You're going to upload the file. So you're going to click upload file. This is as simple as uploading a photo. If you can upload a photo to your computer or you can upload a photo to Facebook, you can do this. So you click upload a file, pop-up comes up, and you're going to select the file off of your computer. Give me just 1 second here. And I don't want to share anybody's personal data, so we're not going to do that. But after that information comes in here, it says match columns. Facebook is going to match the columns, and all that is the top of the spreadsheet will say first name. And you're going to say, okay, first name, last name, last name. Facebook automatically catches like 90% of it, but you'll see there's a little, if there's a mistake, there's 2 windows at the top. One will have an exclamation point on it. You can click on that, and that's just asking you to map any fields that it wasn't able to figure out. Again, you only need first name, last name, email, phone number. Anything else, you can skip it. Once you've matched the columns, you hit upload, and you're done. You've named the list, whatever you want the list to be, and that's what will pop up inside the CRM when you're selecting the custom audience. So when I go back into the CRM, I go to the settings. You can see here the action is add to customer audience, Facebook. Facebook account ID is your name of your Facebook account. And then Facebook customer audience is the name that you named that file that you just uploaded and clicked save. So you upload that audience inside Facebook, and then you add it here inside the workflow. And then anytime you add somebody to this workflow, they will automatically go into that advertising account. Everybody with me so far? Okay, awesome. So now we're actually going to run a campaign. So when you log into your Facebook account, it will take you to your campaign screen. If you don't see this, just go to this section up here on the top left-hand corner that's got all these boxes on it, hit campaigns. It will take you to this screen, and then you're going to click the green create button. So we're going to create a new campaign. Now, I have started running our past customer ad campaigns as engagement campaigns. And the reason why is Facebook Messenger messages, I believe, are more effective than text messages. In today's world, if you're DMing people on Instagram and you're DMing people on Facebook, you're going to get a better response than even text messaging these agents. Now, you can't use your business page to just message somebody. They have to message you so that you have consent to message them. So what we're doing is we're using our advertisements to get them to open a conversation with us because of the content, But when you create an engagement campaign, it automatically adds a little chat button underneath every single video or piece of content that you produce and you run as an ad in this engagement campaign. So at any time, if they're watching one of your videos and it's specifically about, hey, here's how we get first-time buyers approved with this new first-time home buyer program, or we did a really interesting campaign last week about reverse mortgages. And it was like, you know, a lot of people don't know this about reverse mortgages. If you have any questions, just hit the chat button and we'll get right back to you. Now, it's the AI inside the loan officer CRM that's actually sending the Facebook chat messages back and forth, because the AI is pre-programmed to do the responses. But if we get them in an engagement campaign, you can get the notifications that the conversation is happening and just hop right into the conversation. So I find these to actually be more powerful than text messages. So we're going to choose an engagement campaign, hit continue. We're going to do a tailored messaging campaign. And this is just so that Facebook kind of fills out all of the features for us. Hit continue. And then this one here is going to be qualified agents. We're going to name the campaign qualified agents. I don't want to call it live chat, so we'll just call it chat. Or hat. We can call it a hat campaign, but nobody will know what that is. So we'll actually call it a chat campaign. We don't want A/B tests. We'll just simply deliver our advertisements. And then we have special ad categories. Now, this gets a little bit tricky when you're advertising to past customers, because all we're really doing is providing value, teaching about information. We're not actually asking for the business or promoting any mortgage products. But because we're talking to consumers and we are talking about mortgages, sometimes they'll flag your campaign and say, hey, this is your advertising mortgages. You need to add yourself to the special ad category campaign. Real estate agents, qualified real estate agents, no problem at all. So you don't have to declare yourself as a special ad category because it's business to business. All you're doing is building relationships. You're not actually promoting loan services. Again, run everything by your own compliance department to make sure everything is compliant. Then down here, we're going to choose the Facebook page. So if it's not your Facebook page, click that little pencil icon and choose your business page. Once you've got your page, it's going to ask you for your Instagram. You can also add a WhatsApp channel. So if you're advertising on WhatsApp, again, that's, you know, super advanced, but you can have WhatsApp channels about real estate in your local marketplace, and everybody that joins that WhatsApp channel is able to get direct messages from you, and you can build communities and around real estate in your local marketplace. But we'll save that for another call at another time. Right now, we're just going to run ads on Messenger and Instagram. If your Instagram is not connected, hit the connect account button. It'll just ask you to log into Instagram. Log in, connect the business pages if you haven't already done that, click save, and now your ads will show up on your business page and on Instagram as your Instagram business page. To be clear, these are not advertisements that are coming from you as a person. These are ads that are coming from your business page. So it's not your personal Facebook account. It's not your personal Instagram. It's your business pages on Facebook and Instagram. So they're totally separate. People can't see your personal Facebook profile or Instagram when you're running these ads, all done through your business brand. Then we set the daily budget. The great thing about these retargeting ads is that a budget of any more than $5 a day is totally overkill. But that's kind of the minimum budget that we typically see on Facebook. Sometimes we can get it down to $2.50. And it looks like it might have taken that. But typically the minimum is $5 a day. So you're $300 a month maximum to have every single referral partner that you have continuing to see your content and continuing to know you, like you, and trust you through seeing you on social media. You do not want to send an end date for these campaigns because you will forget that you did it and your ads will turn off. And then 6 months from now, you'll be like, wait a minute, and you're not getting as many referrals as you could be because the campaign shut off and you forgot about it. So just leave this on. It's $5 a day, and that we're just continuing to invest a latte a day in your mortgage business in order to get you more referrals. And down here, you can skip over all of these. Do not turn on the Advantage Plus audience. You just want to keep this plain and simple. Now, down here, it's going to ask you to create a new audience. So in here, we're going to select, you just click on this menu bar here, and it's going to go custom audience, and your customer audience is going to show up inside custom audience. So create new audience, custom audiences, just click on that box and wait. I know that's tough. We all like to click 3 or 4 times before we read what we're clicking on. Me too, right? But just click and wait. That menu will pop up, and then select custom audience, and then select the custom audience that you're going to be targeting. So this campaign is for qualified agents. So you're going to select your qualified agents campaign. If it's database, you're going to select your database campaign. There's 2 campaigns, one for your database, one for your qualified agents. So you're $10 a day. One's on your past customers, one's on your qualified agents. Now, once you've done that, that's it. That's all you're targeting. If they're in that list, they're going to see your ads. So you don't have to worry about any of this other targeting other than to make sure that they're in the location that you want to focus on. So I would edit the locations, get rid of Canada, and then include, and you would just include your state. So California, right? If we're doing for Mark, that way, if they're in California, they're going to see your ads. If you're in multiple states and you're going after agents in multiple states, just select all of the US. Just type USA, and it will show your ads all the way across the entire US, no matter where somebody is located. Isn't that interesting, Mark, that based off the work we did before, it automatically put a pin on Sacramento? Isn't that crazy? Pretty cool. AI at work. All right. So now we go down here. Don't worry about age. Don't worry about gender. Don't worry about demographics. And don't worry about language. Everybody's in the list. So the list is what gets targeted, and that's how we do it. Then we select next in the bottom right-hand corner. And this is going to help us set up our ads. So the ad is going to be video offer. And then I do these by number. And so I'll go through and I'll name the videos, because normally I'll batch them, right? So when I'm creating ads, I'll sit down and I'll have a 2-hour time block, just like Call Stars, typically on Fridays, and I will sit down and I'll shoot all the ads for that week. So I'm using ChatGPT, I'm doing my brainstorming, I'm shooting 5 videos. So I'll be video offer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then as I upload them, I know which topic is each video as I upload them, and then we're watching the stats. Typically, 1 out of the 5 videos sticks, and we get good traction on it. That's the video we keep inside the account. We'll pause the other 4, and then the next week, new round of ads that I put out there. Again, 1 will stick, but by the end of any given month, I've got 4 really solid ads that we have up and running, and I can normally let that run for 4 months, 5 months, 6 months before I have to touch it again, before the click-through rates start to drop off. But if I'm launching a brand new campaign, that's my workflow. I'll work on it for a month, new ads every Friday until I get ones that are above my 1% click-through rate goal. And then after that, all we do is let it run and let it scale. So video offer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is your ads that are going inside the ad workflow. The ad setup, single image or video. Ad creative, this is where you set up your creative. And then your message template, this is how they're going to, when they click the messenger button on the advertisement, this is what they're going to see show up. And this is what engages them. So for this particular one, if it's agents, I'll select edit, and the text will say, hey, I'm happy to help grow your real estate business. And I know it's bad grammar to capitalize real estate business, but it's just the copywriter. can't get rid of it at this point. It's too deep. So I'm happy to help grow your real estate business. How can I help? Even better than how can I help? Where can I help you best?
So Chris,
Yes.
in the previous one, you said we can't offer or advertise them something. So we have to give informal or inform them of a product, right? So when I just want to make sure that's clear and I don't screw up and put something wrong.
So you can't explicitly promote a mortgage product, right? You can't solicit mortgage customers, but real estate agents, you can go to town. Hey, how can I help you grow your real estate business? Can I help you convert more of your leads? Can I help you work your database? Have a deal you want me to look at? So you can give all of those offers, no problem. You just can't say, hey, call me to submit a mortgage application, because you can't solicit mortgage business.
Got it. But I can tell them about a first-time home buyer program.
That's right. 100%.
Okay.
Yep. Absolutely. Got a deal you need an opinion on. And then obviously fill in the questions, right? And if you're done, 2 questions is good, you just hit the X and it will actually prompt them for how they can engage with you. So Adam, let's say you were going after qualified real estate agents, but you only wanted to talk about a first-time homebuyer program. Question number 3, you would add a question and it's like, want more of your first-time homebuyers approved? And they can press on that. That sends you that message on Facebook, and that's what starts the conversation with AI inside the CRM. And so you kind of know what they're inquiring about, but you can lead them into the conversation with pre-written questions that they can just tap and send to you, or they can just write you a DM on Facebook and hit send. But this is actually part of the ad experience that they're getting on Facebook, because they see your content in the video or the post above, they hit the chat window. This is what shows up in the chat window when they press the button on the advertisement. So you're engaging them and pulling into that messenger conversation with this tool. Does that make sense?
Yep. And I have a question on that part. Is it suggestible to add, if they wanted a PDF, like a short version of the bullet points on a PDF? Can we do it here, or is that not recommended?
Of course you can. Yep. And you can set up your messenger to automatically send back the PDF to them. So you can say, hey, shoot me a message, and my tool will send you the PDF. And you just set the autoresponder that the first message always has the PDF attached to it. So it's like, hey, looking forward to getting to know you better. And I included my most recent PDF down here at the bottom. And so you're sending them the direct message with the PDF on it. All right, so we save that, and it's automatically going to have that conversation set in order to convert those leads. Tracking, we don't need to worry about, because the Facebook Ads Manager takes care of all that, because everything's happening inside of Facebook, and then we hit publish. So this ad that we've got right here that says add creative and it says set up creative, this is what we're going to do next. So this is the image they're going to see and the body copy that they're going to see. So this is the actual Facebook post that these people are going to see. Now, in order to create this ad creative, and I know we're short on time here, in order to create this ad creative, we are going to use the best media buyer in the world, ChatGPT. Now, keep in mind, back to Adam, who just pulled in a $1.8 million loan from ChatGPT. Is that right, Adam? Did I remember that right? Okay. Every time you use ChatGPT to write your ads, to answer your questions, to run your mortgage business, you're teaching it that you're an expert on mortgages in your local marketplace. And every time you have a conversation with ChatGPT, which should be every day, you're reinforcing the fact that you're a mortgage expert in your local marketplace. So having it write all of your ads creates amazing advertisements and makes it even better than what we would typically do. It writes ads that out-convert mine. So, you know, I would like to think that I'm pretty good at writing advertisements, done it for quite a long time. ChatGPT, the ad copy that it does outperforms my copy sometimes. So you have this incredible copywriter in your back pocket. Every time you use it, you're teaching it that you're the expert and that you're helping this type of person with this type of loan in this type of market. And it can recommend you over time because it's learning from you in the conversations that you're having with it. So we're going to go to ChatGPT, go to your regular account. It is my recommendation. You should have the $20 a month plan. In addition to a Loan Officer CRM subscription. If you don't have one of those, go to loanofficercrm.ai. We'd love to see you on the inside. And what we're going to do is we're going to teach it that you're the expert and have it create our copy at the same time. So I'm going to go to ChatGPT. I'm going to select the dropdown in the top left-hand corner, and I'm going to select ChatGPT 4.0. The reason why I'm using 4.0 is because ChatGPT 4.0 has tasks, which means that you can get it to deliver you every Friday morning a list of bullet points of what to shoot videos on for your qualified agents. So you don't even have to think about it. It's just going to produce the content for you based on current market statistics. So I apologize because I can't talk and type at the same time, but I thought that it would be valuable for us to watch me do the prompt in real time, and then we'll go because we're at time here. But I want to get you as much value from this. And arguably, if you take this today and use it every day, this might be the most valuable skill that you have for content production in your mortgage business for a significant period of time. So we're going to use a 4-step framework. And the first is to give it a role. So first off, you are a world-class direct response copywriter. And market research assistant. Specializes in writing online ads for Facebook and Instagram. Goal. You are going to produce a weekly content series that builds authority and relationships with qualified real estate agents in the Sacramento, California market. Up here under role, you work for, and Mark, I'm just going to put your information in here. A mortgage lender with, and then insert company name. Now, here's the really important part. This is where we do the double whammy. The ever so professionally named strategy that we've got here that we made up on the spot. The double whammy is we're writing all of our content, but we're also teaching AI that we're the expert. So here, I'm going to put the business name, and then I'm going to put the phone number, and then I'm going to put your email, and then I'm going to put your website, and then I'm going to put your Google business profile link, and then we're going to do the Facebook business page link, and then we're going to do the Instagram Facebook page link, and then if you've got an X profile, you put that in there. It's like every single piece of online real estate that you've got goes into the top of this prompt. And it's so that the AI can reference it and use it to create your content and make it unique to you. But what we're really doing is we're feeding your information to the top of this prompt. So every time you interact with it, it's building authority on your brand with AI that you're the local mortgage expert in your marketplace. So for Sacramento, California, Mark, you're going to be the expert with ChatGPT because every single week you're working with it to create this content. Everybody with me? I'll show you something really ninja at the end here. This will take 5 more minutes and then we'll be done. But I got something at the very, very end that I want to show you that'll just kind of put the cherry on top of the whole strategy here. So the goal is you're going to produce a weekly content series that builds authority and relationships with qualified real estate agents in the Sacramento, California market. Information. So this is the third step in the prompt. First, we give it a role, then we give it a goal, then we give it information. Sorry, we're not quite done on the goal yet. So you're going to produce a weekly content series. So do your market research. So do your market research on the market and provide me with the video topics and scripts each week on Friday at 7 o'clock Eastern. So now every Friday at 7 o'clock, ChatGPT is going to turn on, do the market research that I'm about to give it in the information, and deliver you all of your topics to write your blog post on, do your video marketing with. And every Friday morning, you're going to be like, oh yeah, I shoot my videos today so I can put them in my ads and send them into my audience so that all of my qualified agents are going to see my videos through my ads. So information. We want local market real estate stats, including days on market, average sale price, and overall market conditions. And again, you can get as detailed with this as you want. We want overall economic news. That relates to personal finance and mortgages. We want fun, local news, and announcements of events that are happening over the weekend. We want upbeat, fun news that has happened in the community this week. So this is going to give you 4 things that you're going to be able to put into this weekly market update for qualified agents. Real estate stats as to what's happening in the marketplace. Information on mortgages, what's happening in finance. Fun local announcements of like, hey, if you're out this weekend, don't forget the fair's in town, whatever it is. And then fun, upbeat news of stuff that's happened inside the community. So you got 4 talking points. You don't have to add each 4 every single week, but this gives you, it's not just like mortgage news, it's all encompassing. They never know what they're going to get. So they'll continue to watch the videos every time you shoot them or you produce the content that goes out there. So that's our information as to what we want from it. And then we give it the actual task itself. Write me 3 versions of a video script and okay, write me 3 versions of a video script and Facebook and Instagram post to put into our ads every week that go out to the qualified agents. So we got a role, we have a goal, we have our information, and we have our task. So it's now going to produce this task, and we hit the go button. Now, what this is going to do is it's going to create this task, and it's going to do it every Friday morning. It's already gone out here. This is great. So we're going to teach it. So version 1, Market Pulse and Community Weekend. Hey, Sacramento Pros, it's Mark Duran with your Friday Market Pulse. Right now, our median sales price hits at 511,500. Mark, is that accurate? Ish.
Yeah.
Homes are moving in about 17 days compared to just 11 last year. So slight market cooling, but still competitive. Inventory is up 4%. Home sales down nearly 16%. Buyer leverage. That's a smart time to great information. But I don't like the way that it's written this as an actual video script, because I like to just have the information and then I like to deliver it. So I'm going to give a little bit of feedback. So rather than a fully written video script, give me all the information. So rather than a fully written video script, give me all the information in bullet points so I can follow the flow without a direct script. Goes out, and just like every Friday morning, it's actually going to go out, do the research, and boom, gives you all the information. This is how I like mine, where I can deliver the information and give kind of my input on the stats that are coming in. So 384 homes sold in May, up 1.3%. That's something that I would focus on from the information. So now this gives me the ability to make the content a little bit better, a little bit more rosy, based on the fact that it's going out to real estate agents. And economic mortgage insight, local community highlights. Look, there's a baseball game going on, or whatever sport that is.
Is there a way to get rid of the emoji so it doesn't show that it looks like ChatGPT or some kind of a automated?
Yeah, just tell it don't use
So
emojis.
just say it, so this way those icons aren't there, because that's
Mhm.
the first giveaway that some people look and don't look just because even though it's great information. Okay, so just specify that no emojis or icon, whatever.
Exactly. Yeah, just
Right.
don't use emojis. And then as this information comes in, if you see anything that's not is not accurate, teach it. Because again, you're winning points with the AI by teaching it about the local market, by teaching it about real estate, by teaching it about mortgage. And if there's information it's not giving you that you want, that's relevant and useful, tell it to go find that information. Like as a loan officer, it's useful for me to have this information, go find it every week. And if it's giving you stuff that you don't like, say, hey, I don't need this information anymore. Stop including that. And it learns. It's just like an employee that's going to deliver you a daily brief so that you can shoot your video. I know, so one of the top 10 loan officers in the market was on our podcast. And he was like, I spend probably half a day a week writing my newsletter that goes to real estate agents every week. Because he goes out, manually does all the research, manually pulls in all of the stuff. This is like a boom, you're done in 20 minutes from like getting the research, shooting your video, posting it out on the social medias, accounts, using the CRM. So now here's the big aha moment that we've been waiting for. And we'll finish with this after a little bit of Q&A. As soon as you're done, every single time you do this, go up to the top right-hand corner and click the share button. It's going to give you a link. You hit create link, and it gives you this brand new, that's not brand new, but there's this menu that pops up 2 clicks deep. I don't know why they hit it. Probably because it's so powerful. But anyways, make this chat discoverable. Allows it to be shown in web searches. So you click that button, and every single week you're indexed on Google, Yahoo, Bing, with you creating a conversation with up-to-date weekly market stats and data with all of your information, your website, your brand name, your phone number, your NMLS number, your Facebook, your Instagram, everything is being pushed by ChatGPT into all of the search engines, proving that you're the local mortgage expert in your local marketplace. So not only is it going to do all your ads, and tell you what to put in your ads every week. It's also going to help you get recommended by ChatGPT as you're writing all your ads and creating all your content. So I apologize for going over, but that's our content for this week.